She took it seriously and she is fixing her credit card debt. We have separate money and I pay for the bills while her only worry is to buy groceries. My family has a big vacation coming up and everyone is invited. The trip is to Europe and the plane tickets are going to cost 1,000 plus. My parents are going to pay for the resort, so the only thing needed to be paid for is the plane ticket and fund money for the trip. People cannot type. Sorry. Um, I plan on going. She informed me that she will not be able to afford the ticket. I point out the trip is in about 4 months, so she should be able to save up. She informed me that she needs to use it for her credit card debt in order to get it paid off. I told her okay, and I'll inform my family side, my side of the family, that she can't make it. This started an argument that I am not willing to pay for her ticket and going on vacation without her. I told her this is her own fault, and if she was responsible with money, we wouldn't be here. Dude. And then it says, so, am I the a-hole? Dude, I kind of feel like he's the a-hole. Just buy your wife's plane ticket. Like, you're a jerk. You gave her the decision of y'all could divorce or we can have separate money and she needs to pay off her credit card debt. Like, who does that? I just said, babe, look, let's pay off your credit card debt. Cancel it out. Let's do that together. And then we will together pay for our ticket to go on the plane. That's ridiculous. He's the a-hole. Without a doubt. Oh. Alright, here's another one. Oh, Jesus, this is all one big paragraph. Alright. Am I the a-hole for backing out of a trip with my friend because I don't want to be bothered with her kids? Oh boy. Let's get a drink and then we'll get started on that. Oh yeah. That's yummy. For context, a few weeks ago, I planned a girls' trip to the beach with one of my best friends to relax. Since we both have been stressed out with work, school, and life in general, we agreed on where we wanted to go, and I went ahead and booked our hotel. Over the course of those few weeks, we discussed the trip and talked about what we were planning to do while we were there or whatever. The night before our trip, she calls me to go over some traveling details, and during the conversation, she randomly says, "Oh, I don't think I told you, but my kids are coming. I forgot to tell you." She has 3 small children. One is on the spectrum, so she requires more attention and care, which is totally understandable. I don't have any kids yet, but of course I try to be empathetic to my friends and family who do have children and have to bring them along when plans change. The issue is that my friend did not tell me until the night before our trip, as many times that we have talked, and that she was bringing her kids. I love her kids, but the plan was to have a carefree weekend to ourselves and to do adult things in which we couldn't do if she has to be responsible and keep a close eye on her kids the whole time. And more than likely, I would be inclined to help because I don't want to see her stressed. After we talked, I took a while to think if I really wanted to still go. I decided I didn't want to. The trip would essentially be a kids' trip because everything would revolve around them, and that's not what was planned. I called her back and told her that maybe we should reschedule, but I presented it as if we wanted her to be stress free and actually have fun without worrying about her kids. So I don't sound too selfish. She seemed like she felt a way about it, but I felt a way she didn't even tell me they were coming before then. And when she finally did, I felt like I couldn't say no because it was last minute. And to be honest, I wanted to have fun with my friend, but I didn't sign up to help babysit. Am I the a-hole? 1000%. You are the a-hole. You say you try to be empathetic to your friends and family, to people that have children, and try to understand that they have to bring them along when plans change. But then, to your friend, you're saying you don't want to go because your kids have to go. And it was supposed to be me and you only, no kids. Ridiculous. Plans change. Sometimes you can't get a sitter. Sometimes you got a sitter and now your sitter can't come. And you can't get another one. Plans change. She's the a-hole. She should have went on that vacation with her friend, irregardless. Oh, excuse me. All right, on to the next one. Man, there's so many really good ones. All right, let's go back to the one that we were going to read. Am I the a-hole for telling my bio mother that I don't consider her to be the mother of the bride? Ooh, that's a spicy one, huh? For context, I, 25 female, and my bio mom, 47 female, have never been close. When I was younger, she used to take drugs and leave me home with her boyfriend, who also took drugs. It wasn't until my grandparents seen I was malnourished and dirty and took me away from her to finally see she was in the wrong. Sorry, people cannot type or spell or whatever. But me seeing she was wrong didn't stop her from using drugs. When my grandparents took me away, they called my aunt, 47 female, and asked her to take me in, and I've been living there my whole life. I've tried to have a relationship with my mom, but quickly found out that she didn't want anything to do with me. I got engaged January of 2023, and my wedding is in 2 weeks. Recently, my mother called and asked if we could talk over lunch. Reluctantly, I agreed. Because I thought it would be an apology. And when I got there, she asked me what dress should she wear, being the mother of the bride. I told her that she wasn't wearing anything and that I don't know why she thinks she should be invited to my wedding, because she wasn't in my life. She got mad and told me that she was in my life and that she couldn't believe that I wouldn't have a mother of the bride. I told her that I did have one and that it's my aunt and that my grandfather would be walking me down the aisle. She got even more angry and said that she was the mother of the bride and that my father, her boyfriend, should be walking me down the aisle. I yelled at her that she's not my mother and I will never consider her as such. She started crying, saying I'm an a-hole, and ran out of the diner. I told my grandparents, aunt, and fiance, and my grandparents said I was too harsh and should have given her a chance. My aunt and fiance says that she doesn't deserve anything from me, but I feel like I might be an a-hole for yelling at her and turning her down like that. So am I the a-hole? Okay. Here's my opinion on this. You're not the a-hole for not wanting your mother at your wedding, especially when you go through a situation like this where your mother and father were on drugs and didn't really take care of you, and someone else did, like her aunt took care of her whole life. In a situation like that, you are not an a-hole for that. You know, it is completely okay if you don't want your parents there. But you probably are the a-hole for yelling. You could have went about it a whole different way without yelling at her. You could have calmly explained to her, hey, I don't want you at my wedding. And left it at that. You know. Which that part makes you an a-hole. So you're in half and half. You're not an a-hole for not wanting them there, but you are an a-hole for yelling at her. Alright, on to the next one. Alright. Oh boy, that one's long. No. Plus it's just a messed up title. Alright. Ooh, that one's long too. No. Jesus, why are these so long? Goodness gracious, some of these are so long.